1. Product introduction. Rotary Vibrating Screen is a high-precision screening machine. It's suitable for sieving and filtering of particles, fine powder, mucus and other materials. The product has the characteristics of low noise, high efficiency, simple operation and convenient maintenance. The equipment realizes automatic discharge and continuous operation through centrifugal rotating vibration. Unique grid and clamp design can help users realize quick screen replacement, which can be completed within 3-5 minutes. Fully enclosed structure can avoid flying dust, realizing dust-free operation. The three-dimensional rotary vibrating screen adopts a vertical motor as the excitation source, with an eccentric weight, the datum block, installed on the upper end of the motor and an adjustable eccentric block at the lower end, as shown in the figure. When the angle between the two eccentric blocks becomes smaller, the vibration amplitude becomes bigger, and when this angle becomes bigger, the amplitude becomes smaller. By adjusting the position of the eccentric block, the rotational motion of the motor is transformed into a three-dimensional motion along the horizontal, vertical, and inclined directions. The user can control the vibration amplitude by adjusting the angle between the two eccentric blocks at the lower end, and thereby transfer this movement to the screen surface to change the movement track of the material on the screen surface. Tow, installation and commissioning. Move the machine to where it needs to be placed. Make sure the installation ground is flat and solid. Check whether the power port is intact, and connect the power cable for the motor. Use a 3-phase power cable to connect to the power port. It is better to use an air switch to access the power supply, to protect personnel and equipment. When wiring, please pay attention to the motor rotation directly. Marked on the base shell, make sure the motor rotates in the direction indicated. Please be sure to disassemble the fixing rod between the base and the upper part before starting the machine. The fixing bar is used to protect the equipment during transportation. Make sure that power wiring is proper before starting the machine, and that the bottom and upper parts of the equipment are fully fixed with screws. Plug in the power and start the machine. Carefully check the status of the machine after startup. The sound of normal operation is uniform without noise. If irregular noises occur, it means that there is a problem with the installation or the machine. Please check carefully or contact the relevant personnel of the company for troubleshooting. 3. Replacement of the mesh. Open the clamp of the mesh frame and remove the old mesh. Before removing the old mesh from the mesh ring, make a reference mark for alignment of screw holes afterward. Remove the fixing ring and the old mesh. Spread the new mesh above the mesh ring. Put the fixing ring on the new mesh. Make sure that the screw holes in the two rings are aligned properly. Use an awl to make a screw hole in the mesh. Use screws to fix the mesh ring. First, fix the screw at the reference mark, and then the one opposite to it. Next, the two along the crossing direction. Then the rest screws. If the mesh is too thick to be pushed into the ring slot, then a mesh jack will be necessary to fix the mesh. Use a portable drill to make screw holes in the mesh. Fix screws following the same order as that for standard meshes. Remount the mesh in the sieve ring. Mount the ring clamp. Fasten the clamp. Make sure the clamp screws are fully tightened. 4. Adjustment of the vibration. Under normal circumstances, our equipment has been commissioned before leaving the factory, and the customer does not need to adjust the angle of the eccentric block. If the customer needs to adjust the machine during use, the following instruction can be followed. Well, today we will talk about the adjustment of eccentric blocks of the rotary screen. Here is a machine base disassembled from vibrating screen. Let's look at it. This is a counterweight on top of the motor. Now let's look at the bottom. This is the counterweight at the bottom of the sieve. The bottom counterweight is divided into two halves. When we adjust the blocks, make sure the direction of the motor is correct. Please refer to the mark on the base shell, which is an indication of the rotation direction to be observed. When wiring the power, make sure the direction of the motor is correct. Then you can see that the upper weight block of the motor is to the left of the bottom counterweight. After checking the above 2 points, make sure to break the power before adjusting the eccentric block. Let's adjust the angle now. Here we lift this block a bit and put it down there, then it will be done. So it's very easy actually. This angle is normally 30 to 45 degrees in fine sieving process. According to the properties of the material, we can try to adjust bit by bit. What range should I adjust to? It is to make the material on the screen slowly rotating and dispersing to the edge. That is what we need to achieve. Because if the angle is too small, the material scatters very fast and will reach the screen edge and be discharged through the outlet before being fully sifted. If the angle is too big, the material will gather in the middle and don't move to the screen border to be discharged. Then the screening efficiency will be lower. Alright, that's all.